It's your boy Sue, and yes, we're back with another video, y'all. First off, I want to say thank you guys for coming to my channel, and hopefully by the end of the video, or during the video, you subscribe. Now, with that being said, the current state of One Piece. Now, I know when Luffy became Sun God Nigga, or Sun God Nigga, whatever you want to call him, Joy Boy, Boy Toy, whatever you want to call Luffy, two people I know, you know, got hype. Lelouch, right? That toxic motherfucker, right? And then my boy Rob, the more sensible, understanding YouTuber, right? So I'm the mediator. I'm in the middle. I'm like, I'm not, maybe I'm impressed. I'm kind of impressed. You did something. Now, I get a whole bunch of people telling me, oh, Toon Force, Sue. Shut up and listen, Sue. Luffy got Toon Force, so it's a wrap. I'm just sitting here like, yeah, alright, okay, alright, okay. Trying to break down different types of hockey to me so I can understand, and I get that. That's cool, that's dope. I understand, cool. So now we here. We're about to see what Rob got to say, alright? So anyway, also, I gotta say this. If the videos like stops and stuff, I can't help that. Like, I don't know what to do to fix the whole screen record. I just know that the audio is gonna be perfectly synced up with the video. It's just that the screen recorder, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's probably the iPad. But anyway, let's check this out.
Ridiculous right now in Gear 5. Then you have Zoro taking down King. Zoro made King look kind of light to me. Now we know that King is a Lunarian, so obviously we can speak on that, but Zoro was having more troubles controlling Enma than I was seeing from his battle against King, and that says a lot on where King is at. But Zoro has excelled leaps and bounds. His advanced Conqueror's Haki was used to scar Kaido. He used his Conqueror's Haki against King. Zoro is looking elite now. Then we can even look at Sanji. Sanji unlocked his German genes, the exoskeleton, so now he can even use Ifrit Janbei. He can increase the intensity of his heat. He has more power in his kicks. He's faster now. And we can't lie, Queen looked a lot more versatile than a King. But even though he was more versatile, Sanji still made him look pedestrian, because Sanji unlocking his powers now, unlocking his true stealth black abilities, puts him on a completely different level. Nico Robin. Now, I don't really understand the full capacity of her abilities when it comes to her devil form, but I will take it because we got to see a little flashback with her training with Sabo and Koala, so we understand that she learned a little something and she was able to use it against Black Maria. I'm cool with it. Frankie did his thing against Sasuke, who was a Triceratops that could fly. Who knew he could do that? I mean, he was going ridiculously fast as well. Frankie was able to stop him, so we give Frankie kudos. Usopp, Brook, they were doing all right.
Are we ready to do this?
Like to see a little bit more, but it's okay. We can't have them all. Not only did Nami acquire Zeus, but now Zeus has sworn loyalty to Nami. That is a huge pickup, because now Nami is showing the courage to fight against an opponent like Alti. Yes, Big Mom was there, but Nami...
Oh, so Nami's strong now, okay. Alright.
Doing this with Zeus by her side is a big pickup. And then we have Jinbei taking down Who's Who happened to be one of the top officials in the government back in the day. So Who's Who knows how to box. We already know that he's dealt with people like Shanks in the past, and he loathes Shanks. So this is somebody that Jinbei is fighting against. Then we can even point to 2020 Chopper. Here's why. I've been on the record saying that 2020 Chopper is dirt. He's trash at boxing. He's a decent medic, but he could be better. Chopper now has potential, because if we understand correctly, the human fruits have different models. They're mythical Zoan types. So we understand that Luffy has a mythical Zoan type with his human fruit. Well, Chopper has a human fruit too. What does this mean for Chopper? Is Chopper going to get a power up in the future? I would love to see it, but we have no idea. But at least there's a possibility that's here. And if the Straw Hats are able to pick up Yamato, it's over. Hybrid Yamato going toe-to-toe with Hybrid Kaido, showing all of the Conqueror's Haki output that she has. Granted, she was using this back when she was a kid. Yamato is on a completely beast level. Listen, Zoro fans, Yamato versus Zoro is a conversation. Yamato, I would love for her to be picked up, because now you're getting into some crazy levels of a pirate crew. The worst generation are all pretty much there at Wano. We have Hawkins, we have Apu, we have Captain Kidd, we have Law, we have Luffy, we have X Drake, we have Zoro. All of the worst generation is pretty much there. Law and Kidd, them taking down Big Mom was incredible. Now, I would like to give a lot of credit to Law because his Devil Fruit Awakening puts him on a completely different tier now. And yes, he is a step above Captain Kidd to me because Captain Kidd was stealing off of Law's attacks. Law pointed it out to him on 2 occasions that he was opening up attacks against Big Mom, and then Captain Kidd would come through to kind of finish it up. But either way, Captain Kidd looked amazing now with his Devil Fruit Awakening because he was able to assign different poles. So he had Big Mom on the ropes, and then you can couple that with Law hitting Big Mom through the inside, him using counter shock waves, going so crazy that Big Mom's ribs broke, her wrist broke. I mean, Law is going crazy right now, breaking down Big Mom's insides that Big Mom had to show us for the first time that she knows how to heal. We have never seen Big Mom heal before until now. This is how incredible Law and Kidd performed in the Wano arc this far, and I'm loving it. The worst generation is looking crazy right now because they have 3 members that have awakened Devil Fruits. You have many members that have Conqueror's Haki. They are on a completely different level. The current Yonko have to answer. The Marines have to answer. What does this mean for a Blackbeard? If Blackbeard hears about Luffy's Gear 5, what's his next step? What's his next move? We already know that Blackbeard doesn't have Devil Fruit Awakening yet. He just got his Yonko status very recently. So what is his next move? In terms of the Marines are down bad right now. Because if you're putting admirals slightly underneath the Yonko, Luffy looking this ridiculously against a Kaido puts a Kainu in the hot seat. Now, you can't really rely on a Cypher Pole because even me believing how powerful the Cypher Pole was at one time happened to be wrong. Now, that was thanks to Nico Robin, who hyped up Cypher Pole 0 to the highest grade. I mean, Nico Robin every single time. We were even seeing flashbacks in the manga of Nico Robin saying, listen, those mass agents, you have to watch out for them. But we should have known that Nico Robin was talking in relation to her own power level. Because when we're seeing CP0 right now, I mean, they have no shot against a Yonko level opponent. But they did pose a threat against some of the worst generations. So they're not scrubs, but I have them more in the mid tier now. We don't know where Rob Lucci is at right now, but at least we can deduce that Cypher Pole Aegis 0 is around an Apu X Drake tier, at least for the master agents. Big Mom just took an L to Law and Kidd. So now is Big Mom dirt? Is Big Mom trash? Now we know Big Mom is still alive, but her only trump card I can see left is that she has to awaken if she hasn't already. If we have not seen an awakening ability from Big Mom yet, we have to see it next arc, next fight that we see with Big Mom, because right now she's looking terrible. And the only reason why I say that is because Kaido dropped his Fab 5, yo. I like to call it Kaido's Fab 5, but in his Fab 5, he thought of Rocks, Roger, Shanks, Odin, and Whitebeard. Luffy is now in Kaido's Fab 5 discussion with Gear 5. Luffy is in this conversation, but whose face was not there? Charlotte Linden's. Is it safe to say that we can put a Luffy over a Big Mom? I know that sounds crazy, but the way Luffy is looking right now, I'm okay with that.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Right? Why would you not put Luffy right now over Big Mom? I mean, Big Mom lost to Law and the other guy, right? Right? So like Law and the other guy that defeated Big Mom isn't messing with Gear 5. So by default, Luffy is above Big Mom. That's simple. That's tough.
Understand that Luffy is looking like a literal cartoon. The Gorosei spoke of the Nika Nika fruit, pretty much breaking it down to us, letting us know that this is the most ridiculous power in the world. The world government tried to retrieve this devil fruit for over 800 years and have never been able to get their hands on it. Luffy is now Joy Boy. Luffy's Gear 5 Devil Fruit Awakening has now put us in the endgame of One Piece. Right now, Luffy is automatically a top 10 character in One Piece. You can make an argument for top 5. This is scary waters we're getting into. Luffy in his Gear 5 form can pretty much use all of his other previous gear powers in combination.
I said that. You could look at any other video that I've been in recently. I said that, is it fair to say that Luffy could use all his other abilities inside Gear 5? So would he really need Gear 2, 3, 4? He wouldn't need it because he can use all the other abilities in Gear 5. making it a perfect medium. I've said that.
With each other. Then he can also manipulate his environment to have rubber type qualities.
Now, hold on, let's specify a little bit. What I realized that he can't he can't make energy based attacks into rubber. He could turn the ground, I'm not sure if he could turn water into rubber. Not even sure he could turn space into rubber, right? Which that's clearly impossible. You can't really turn space into rubber. Literally impossible. If he did that, that's a crazy ass universal feat. That would be a universal feat. If he could turn space, and I mean all of it, into rubber. Including other planets. Whole planets into rubber. That's a universal feat. If he does that, now we gotta start making the argument for, yeah, he slaps Naruto. Right? Now you gotta say making the argument Ichigo, right? Super Saiyan God Goku, you know? Other universal beings, Aizen, feel me? Right? He starts doing crazy stuff like that. Then I'll be able to concede and say, hey, listen, Luffy and Gear 5 is universal. Now I want people to pay attention to what I just said. If Luffy somehow turns space, the entire universe, into just then that is a universal feat. Because now he could bend space to his own will. Right? I said if he could do that. Turn whole planets into rubber. Reduce the mass of each and every planet in the universe. He does something like that, I'll be like, all right, now we gotta have conversations. All right? Now he really has Toon Force. All right? Now he really got it. He's on the level of Batmite or something like that. Or a little bit under. We don't know. He does that, we got to start having conversations. But until he does something like that, yeah.
We've seen him ricochet one of Kaido's blast breath attacks by using the ground and turning it into rubber. This is where Luffy is at right now. Luffy is doing...
Why he just didn't turn Kaido's blast into like rubber or something like that.
Things that we can't even predict anymore. He's going so crazy. I don't even know what to say. At first, we believed, well, Luffy has advanced Conqueror's Haki. He's able to infuse his Conqueror's Haki into his attacks, so now he can see Kaido. Then we also believed, well, he has Future Sight Observation Haki, so this is also going to help him against Kaido. But Kaido has both of those things as well, which also opens up conversation to the Fab Five. Because Kaido's Fab Five, they all technically should have Future Sight Observation Haki if he believes they are around his tier as well. But Luffy being in this conversation now changes the entire...
Brain HQ is a brain training program with online exercises that target core cognitive skills, like
higher world. Someone made a chart ranking the top 9 strongest in Onigashima. Now, this chart was made before Chapter 1044, but I think it's good that we can at least look at this chart and actually try to break it down from where we have it right now. Now, just looking at this chart right here, I already know who I have at rank 1. It's either going to be Kaido or it's going to be Luffy. Yes, Luffy is there now. I would probably have Kaido and Luffy equal to each other.
I mean, this man put a hole through Kaido's face, bro. He put a literal hole through his face. Don't believe me? I'm going to put up a screenshot. Boom. His hand is through his skull.
But I want to show you guys something. If Luffy beats Kaido in a legit 1v1, he is automatically top 1 in the verse. This is where people have Luffy at right now, currently in the One Piece story. Now, I actually had to pump the brakes on this take for a little bit because I feel like it's a little bit too early to make that statement. And the only reason why I say that is because Kaido has been fighting multiple people before Luffy even got to him. Now, we understand that during the Onigashima...
Yeah, like, you can't just... Like, you fight a whole bunch of people, you tired, you worn down, and then you got Luffy awakening, say, alright, bro, I'm still beat your ass. And then you get your ass beat, but the fight isn't over yet. You're like, oh yeah, Luffy's strongest in the verse because he beat Kaido. Bro, what? How? Did you not see this man fight whole armies and by himself, Dolly? Did you not see that? No, you don't just come in there when somebody's tired. That's like me playing like 10 1v1s, and then Lelouch comes out of nowhere, or Rob comes out of nowhere like, yo, bro, I'm trying to play you 1v1. I'm like, what you mean play me one? I'm tired. I went to 10 21s and won all 10, bro. You fresh. I'm tired. Don't sit there and do that.
Raid, you had a lot of people trying to protect Luffy so he can get to the roof pretty much unscathed without using all of his energy, without using all of his power. But Kaido, on the other hand, had to fight multiple people. Kaido fought the Scabbards, he fought the Worst Generation, he defeated Luffy twice, and then he fought Yamato as well. When we look at Luffy,
he fought his daughter. He fought Luffy twice and then fought his daughter. Come on.
he learned Advanced Armament Haki, which is the Ryuo Haki, and he still lost to Kaido. Then he learned Advanced Conqueror's Haki, which you can infuse your Conqueror's Haki into your attacks. Still lost to Kaido. Came back and lost again, absolutely. Now Luffy has awakened his Devil Fruit, and now he's on a completely higher tier. But Kaido still has the potential to awaken his Devil Fruit, and he is a mythical zone type, just like Luffy. With all that being said, I'm gonna say Luffy and Kaido are equal. At number 2, I'm going with Charlotte Linlin. I'm giving Big Mom the benefit of the doubt because even though she looked terrible against a Law and a Kid, granted they did awaken, I still believe that Big Mom has the potential to show us something more if she gets the chance to awaken. After Big Mom, I'm probably gonna go with Yamato because Hybrid Yamato looked incredible. We know that she has the ability to pretty much freeze things as well as her top tier power with the Advanced Conquerors. Yamato would be a great pickup for the Straw Hats. I think Yamato can beat Zoro. I don't think that's a crazy thing to say at all because boxing in a fight against a hybrid Kaido puts Yamato on that tier. After Yamato, I'm probably gonna go with Law. Law's Devil Fruit Awakening is ridiculous, people. He had his sword going through Onigashima all the way through to the ground, opening a giant holes just so that Captain Kidd could use his railgun and push Big Mom out of Onigashima. That is ridiculous. He silenced Big Mom on her way out while he was breaking the ribs. People, Law got it. After Law, I'm gonna go with Roronoa Zoro. I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now. We get it. King is a Lunarian, so we know that he has access to fire abilities. Zoro was able to read that his fire abilities controlled his speed and his defense, and he was able to game plan for King through that battle. But the main pickup I got from Zoro is that if he's able to completely control Enma, King gets packed up very fast. And that's a crazy thing for me to say, but I truly believe that Enma was the only thing that was really making his fight against King harder than it needed to be. This is how powerful Zoro has gotten now. After Zoro, I'm going with Captain Kidd. Now, Captain Kidd has a lot of work to do. He needs to improve, but his Devil Fruit Awakening, the railgun, the assign, he can change poles. We love to see it. Captain Kidd looked ridiculous. We saw the giant bull technique that he used against Big Mom and had Big Mom hurting, had Big Mom on the ropes. And we also know that Captain Kidd has Conqueror's Haki, but he needs to learn how to infuse it. He needs to learn how to get to that next step, infusing your Conqueror's Haki and making it advanced so you can use it in your attacks and your defense. We need to see that side of Captain Kidd so I can put him over Zoro. But right now, Zoro knows Advanced Conqueror's Haki. He was able to scar a Kaido, but Captain Kidd cannot pull off that same feat as we saw on the roof, so I have him underneath Zoro. After Eustace Kid, I'm going with Marco. Finally, I've got to see something that makes me put respect on Marco's name once again. He was boxing against a king and queen at the same time. He fought multiple gifters, and he was also healing people at the same time. I mean, Marco is on a completely different level now. He fought against Big Mom for a little bit. Marco was everywhere. He was doing the dirty work in the Wano arc thus far, so I had to give credit to Marco. And I do think he can keep up with a King because we've seen King box against a Zoro. We've seen King box against Marco and other people, but a lot of the times that King was active, Marco was also doing a lot more. So lastly on this chart, I'm going with King. King, I believe to be incredibly powerful, just like a Marco, just like anybody else on this chart. But my issue with King is that he relied too much on his Lunarian abilities and he wasn't really showing us some more. And it made it look like his abilities weren't really that versatile in comparison to a queen. And that's the main issue I had with King. I wanted to see a little bit more because Zoro was really taking more damage from Enma, it looked like, than King. I mean, King was landing some incredible hits, and when he did it, it was very, very powerful. He's obviously able to stretch his head and do some crazy things. But Zoro was able to read his speed and his defense options with the flames on his back. So just through that, I think Zoro could have clapped him if he didn't have Emma holding him back. So these are my Onigashima power rankings based off a chart that somebody else made. Now I know some people would want to make a case for Sanji, and you could definitely do that. Sanji looks incredible now, but this is just based off of the chart that somebody else made. Now you guys let me know down in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on the Onigashima power rankings, on where the Yonko are? Do you think Big Mom and Kaido are going to awaken? Do you think that Luffy is here right now? Do you think that if Luffy beats Kaido, he's rank 1? Or do you think there's other people that he still has to see? Whether that's somebody from the Marines or the world government, or maybe Blackbeard is going to get a power up. Let me know all your thoughts down below. And with that, I'll see you next time.
TurboTax Live. I know I'm not the only one who finds getting organized to be a totally...
All right, y'all. I still feel like since the One Piece, until Luffy finds that One Piece, there's going to be tougher opponents ahead. That's just how I feel. That's just how I perceive it. You can let me know down below what you guys think. This is just how I'm feeling. We got to see Kaido awaken, and then we'll know truly who's number 1 for right now, right? We got to see that happen and whatnot. If you know, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and thank you guys for watching. We out.